Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0453, signifies an issue with the fuel tank pressure, FTP, sensor circuit, indicating a high voltage condition. This component plays a crucial role in monitoring the fuel system's vapor pressure, which is essential for preventing fuel evaporation and maintaining emissions control. The FTP sensor is typically located on the fuel tank and is connected to the vehicle's powertrain control module, PCM. If the sensor detects a voltage higher than the acceptable range, it triggers the DTC P0453. Understanding this code is vital for diagnosing evaporative emission control system malfunctions effectively. The troubleshooting process must begin with the assessment and verification of the system, which is directly impacted by the performance of the FTP sensor and its associated wiring. The FTP sensor serves as a vital part of the vehicle's evap system. Its primary role is to measure the pressure and vapor in the fuel tank, which helps the PCM determine if the emission system is operating correctly. When the DTC P0453 is logged, it indicates that the FTP sensor has detected a high voltage condition, specifically overriding the normal operating range. The FTP sensor is typically mounted at or near the fuel tank, connected through a 3P connector to the PCM, which interprets the sensor's signals. If the sensor fails to send the correct voltage, it could lead to significant emission system issues. Moreover, as part of the troubleshooting, it's necessary to verify the wiring connections and continuity, which may affect the FTP sensor's performance and reliability. Several factors could lead to DTC P0453 being triggered. The most common cause is a faulty FTP sensor. This can occur due to internal malfunctions or wear that disrupt the sensor's voltage output. Another likely cause includes wiring issues, such as frayed wires or poor connections that prevent correct signal transmission between the sensor and the PCM. A malfunctioning PCM may also contribute to this error code if it misinterprets the readings from the FTP sensor. Each of these components plays a critical role in ensuring the evap system operates optimally. Thus, any failure in these areas can directly lead to the high voltage condition noted in DTC P0453, necessitating a thorough inspection and testing during the troubleshooting process. The appearance of DTC P0453 can manifest in several noticeable symptoms for the driver. The most immediate sign is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, indicating a need for diagnostic attention. Additionally, drivers may experience reduced fuel efficiency due to the disruption in the vehicle's emissions control system, which can cause excessive fuel vapor loss and improper fuel management. Furthermore, if the EPAV system is compromised, this might lead to potential emissions test failures during inspections, posing a risk for compliance with environmental regulations. Noticing these symptoms can prompt timely diagnostics to resolve underlying issues before they escalate into more significant vehicle performance concerns. To begin troubleshooting DTC P0453, start by ensuring the vehicle is in the on mode. This step energizes the vehicle's electric systems, allowing for the next actions to be performed. Use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the DTC and reset the vehicle's diagnostic data. After clearing the DTC, ensure the vehicle is turned off, which allows for a system reset and prepares the vehicle for further inspections. This procedure is crucial as it establishes a clean slate for evaluating any persistent sensor issues or wiring faults without previous error interference. Verify that the next steps follow this reset properly to efficiently narrow down the source of the high voltage issue from the FTP sensor. Next, you'll want to verify the problem by reinstalling the fuel fill cap securely. A loose or improperly sealed fuel cap can sometimes trigger the FTP sensor to read incorrectly. Start the engine and hold the engine speed at 3,000 revolutions per minute, RPM, without load until the radiator fan activates. This step ensures that various conditions are met for accurate pressure readings from the FTP sensor. After idling, monitor the onboard diagnostics (OBD) status for DTC P0453 using the HDS. If the HDS indicates failed, it confirms a recurring fault, supporting the need for further investigation. Conversely, a past condition suggests no current faults, indicating either an intermittent issue, signaling that connections or terminals might need inspection. In this step, turn the vehicle to the off mode to ensure safety while working. Disconnect the FTP sensor's 3P connector to begin assessing the voltage issue directly. Then, utilize a jumper wire to connect terminals A and B on the FTP sensor 3P connector. This method helps isolate the sensor's operations. Following this, turn the vehicle back to the on mode to facilitate testing. You will then check the sensor's voltage using the HDS and determine if the output is beyond the threshold of 4.7 volts. If the current voltage readings align with the malfunctioning threshold, you'll proceed to the next step, confirming that the FTP sensor or associated circuit exhibits issues that need resolving. Now turn the vehicle to the off mode once again for safety purposes while conducting your checks. Gradually, you will disconnect the FTP sensor 3P connector to inspect the associated lines. Utilize a multimeter to measure the voltage between test points 1 and 2 located on the FTP sensor 3P connector. With the engine in the on mode, observe if the measured voltage approaches 5.0 volts. Achieving this voltage confirms that the line leading to the FTP sensor is functioning correctly, and you can advance to the next troubleshooting step with confidence. However, if the measured voltage isn't near 5.0 volts, it suggests there may be an open in the circuit, requiring further investigation into wiring continuity and possible repairs. For the fifth troubleshooting step, once again ensure the vehicle is in the off mode. Proceed to jump the SCS Service Control System line using the HDS, a method to allow easier diagnostics without interference. Disconnect PCM connector A, which consists of 51 pins, to allow for meticulous inspection. You will then jumper terminals A and B, where terminal A leads to FTP sensor 3P connector number 2, and terminal B to body ground. Check the continuity between the designated test points while the FTP connector remains disconnected. If continuity stands confirmed, it concludes that the P-tank wire is functioning correctly. If issues persist, further inspection and repairs to the circuit between the PCM and the FTP sensor will be necessary, resolving the underlying fault leading to DTC P0453. In the final troubleshooting step, repeat the jump of the SCS line with HDS as per the previous step, ensuring vehicle safety. Disconnect both the FTP sensor 3P connector and the PCM connector A to access the necessary terminals for continuity checks. Utilizing a jumper wire, connect terminal A of the FTP sensor 3P connector number 1 to body ground for effective diagnostics. Similar to previous checks, you will examine continuity between specified test points while keeping the FTP connector disconnected. Confirming continuity indicates that the SG5 wire is intact. Should continuity fail, it signals an open in the SG5 line between the PCM and the FTP sensor, necessitating further repairs to ensure safe and reliable operation of the DTC corrected systems. After completing all necessary repairs and replacements, it's crucial to conduct a final verification. Begin by rechecking for any DTCs with the HDS to ensure that DTC P0453 has been cleared from the system and no new codes have emerged. Follow this with a careful test drive of the vehicle under different driving conditions. It helps in confirming that all systems, including the FTP sensor, wiring, and PCM are functioning correctly without returns of previous issues. A successful test drive with no reoccurring DTC indicates that the troubleshooting process was effective, ensuring the vehicle is back to optimal performance. Documenting the repairs and observations during this stage will also aid future diagnostics should similar issues arise. To prevent reoccurrences of DTC P0453, implementing routine preventive maintenance is essential. Start with regular inspections of all electrical connections associated with the FTP sensor and PCM to ensure they remain clean and free from corrosion or damage. Updating the PCM software periodically helps ensure that your vehicle's computer system runs optimally, minimizing the risk of errors stemming from outdated programming. Additionally, maintaining the fuel system by checking the fuel fill cap seals and inspecting the EVAP components can enhance performance and extend the lifespan of critical components. Proactive measures can aid you in avoiding severe faults down the road and assure urgency upon any error alerts in the future. In conclusion, DTC P0453 serves as a significant alert indicating high voltage from the FTP sensor, directly affecting the vehicle's EVAP system. The FTP sensor plays a critical role in ensuring the vehicle's emissions remain controlled, making it imperative to address any faults related to its operation quickly. The troubleshooting steps detailed throughout this guide, from checking the sensor's voltage to confirming continuity in the wiring, are essential in pinpointing and resolving the issue effectively. Moreover, in caring for your Honda HRV, adhering to preventive maintenance measures can significantly reduce the likelihood of related faults appearing. By being proactive, you ensure not only compliance with emission standards, but also the overall performance and longevity of your vehicle. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.